Hey Cancer, how are you guys doing today? This is Lisa from Soul Searcher Tarot, and I'm here to do your March 2020 general reading. It's just general, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. Oops. And if you do enjoy the reading, I hope you can give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Just real quick, back on February 8th or 9th, we had it was a super moon, and it was huge. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, and I can only see it for a little bit here because then the cloud cover came in, but I did sit out there for under like an hour. It was gorgeous. So if you got a chance, I hope you did get a chance to see it. And right now, starting from February 16th until March 9th. We're in Mercury retrograde. I'm doing this at the 20th or 21st or something like that. But, I don't even know the date. But, so, yeah, they always say it affects communication, transportation. If you're going to get the dropsies or the clumsies, it'll kick in there. But, yeah, nothing to go into the bomb shelter for, but, just basically be wary of, signing contracts, or if you're going to lose your luggage, it's going to be then. But other than that, it'll fade out on March 9th. And I don't know if there's anything after that for a while. I'll look back into that, but alright, so let's just start pulling your cards. I'm going to give you your energy for this reading is 2, 3. Alright, what can we do for Cancer March 2020? Okay. Alright, the Ten of Wands, and this is your main energy for the reading. And now that could be, as far as you're going to be going, putting down a large burden, or you're carrying a large burden. Not really sure which one it is yet, but it could be either way. It's just a heavy load, and either you have been carrying it and you finally put it down, or you're still carrying it. Alright, so let's continue from there. That's funny, I started your reading a little bit before, and that card came up, but I had to redo it because my dogs went kind of crazy and I couldn't hear myself. So it did come up. It wasn't the main energy, but it was like one of the first cards that came out. Let's see what else we got. Alright, we got the Queen of Swords, the Lovers, the Three of Swords. That's interesting. The Hermit, Six of Swords. Oops, I don't run out of room. Hold on. I'm really hoping you're not hearing my son's music. Alright, hold on. Uh-oh. And Nine of Swords. Alright, see how this month is starting out for you. Alright, so we know you're feeling like you have a heavy burden. Alright. Then you have the Queen of Swords. Now this can be, it's an air energy. It could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And she's depicted as kind of like a very, very stern, sharp person. Where she's like been through a lot. She's had it hard and she had to fight to get where she was, and the sword is pretty much her depicting that she's not taking any more crap from anybody. She's going to cut through it all. Now, this does not have to be any of those air signs. It does not even have to be a woman. They're not gender specific. But just somebody who is in that position or is taking on that energy of somebody you might know, or it could possibly be you. Especially if you're feeling like you're carrying this burden, you might actually be having the feelings of this particular energy where you're tired of taking on the extra burden. And we'll get deeper in it and see what else goes on. But then we got the Lover's card. Now this could be a card of, yes, where you're possibly in a relationship, getting into a relationship, but it's also a card of options. Now this could be, life options. You could be choosing different pathways of life, could be choosing different places to work, different places to live, different people to be with, so it could be anything. But any option that you might have. Now you do have this Three of Swords though, and traditionally this would be a heartbreak, a grief, a sadness, something that came around and you may have got hurt in the situation. So I don't know if this has something to do with the Lovers. We'll look deeper in it later, but this could have something to do with it. Like maybe there was an option of a different person or two different people and somebody got hurt out of it. It could be you hurting somebody from the option or you getting hurt out of the option. I'm not sure how that worked out either. But it does feel like this Queen of Swords might actually have something to do with this also. Because that actually, and I've seen her with, in readings, it's like she comes up as the woman scorned. So like somebody got mad about something and she's pissed. And so that's why she's cutting through all the bull, and maybe she's not taking any crap. Now again, this could be you. This could be somebody else. This could be somebody in your environment, somebody you know, somebody that you're involved with that's feeling like that. And again, with this heavy burden feeling. Now you do have the Hermit. Now he's actually shining his light directly on this heart. He's looking at it. So maybe he's looking at the Lovers. So he might be feeling like, all right, I need to look at this and take this in perspective. Going in within and like saying, all right, well, what exactly is going on here? Like maybe he doesn't really know. He's using his intuition. He's feeling it out. He's feeling out the next steps, and that would be you taking a minute and saying, wait, what is going on? Because then I see the Six of Swords, and this is you moving on from something. So you're getting out of choppy waters, and you're moving on. Or in general, like, it might be moving. You could be changing houses, changing locations, changing jobs. Just movement. It could be a feeling, like it could be a mindset. You might be moving out of this mindset, whatever this is that was dragging you down with this heart's energy. And this Nine of Swords that was keeping you like stressed out, feeling a little bit upset about something, where you're not feeling good about a situation, maybe losing sleep, definitely stressed. So I don't know if this is, again, this could be somebody else, but if you're watching for somebody else, or, if it could be you, but I really do feel like it has something to do with you being burdened by something, then you're stressed out by it, and there was a pain and a grief. This option, possible, again, Lovers. Let's see what else we can find out here. Oops. What else can you tell me about Cancer for March 2020? What else is there for Cancer March 2020? All right, we've got 5 of coins. Now this is like feeling left out in the cold, feeling left behind somehow, or like you lost something. So you're feeling like you're in lack. That came out right under the Lovers and right out under the Queen of Swords. So again, it could be having to do with this situation where you were feeling like you got left out in the cold. Something passed you by. Maybe you didn't expect it to go, or you were just, I almost want to say the word third wheel keeps coming to my mind. Like you were feeling like a third wheel in the situation. So I don't know of the characters that are playing this. I don't know if it's you and 2 other somebodies and the other somebodies got together. But yeah, that Five of Coins feels like a third wheel. And then you got the Queen of Staffs, which is interesting. Because you got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Staffs. Now this is the Queen of Wands, actually, in the original and traditional deck. But now she's very strong. She's very positive. She's like got a nurturing, generous heart, but she's very charismatic. And she's going to stand up for herself. And she expects respect and not to be unappreciated, I guess you'd want to say. So here she is, right after the Five of Swords, now Five of Coins. Don't know if this is you or somebody else coming around to maybe help you out or in your environment. She came out right under the Lovers and the Three of Swords. So I don't know what part she plays in this. And again, it could be, male or female, not gender specific. And it's a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Again, doesn't have to be. Let's see what else we can get. What else can we get for Cancer, March 2020? What else can you tell me about Cancer, March 2020? Oops. All right. Now we got the Seven of Cups. And this is making you see options. That you have options to take. You don't have to be stuck in a situation because you could definitely move on from that situation. And you have a lot of options to be able to do that. And I think that's when you went into hermit mode and you were like thinking about what was going on for you. That was where you were going with that. Like you were saying, well, no, I don't have to stay with this. I could be elsewhere, or I could be feeling a different way because there are other options and routes to take. And that's when the Six of Swords came up, because that was a moving away from a situation. So if you pushed away from it, but then you were still feeling a little bit stressed out by it. All right, let's see what else we can get for Cancer. What else can we get for Cancer? All right, the Two of Coins. And now you're balancing something. Maybe you're actually balancing the options, or you're thinking about the options, or you're juggling them. You're going through a point where you're like, okay, well, I have all these, and maybe seeing all those options was too much. You needed to like narrow it down a little bit. So you said, okay, I'm going to take a couple. Here's a couple ideas. I could either get out of this situation, I could move away from the situation, I could do something else than be in this situation. So whatever it was. I mean, and it could actually just be good friendships, or it could be, but, there's definitely some kind of heartbreak or grief or feeling left out. I keep thinking that third wheel. So we'll see what else we can get for this. What else can you tell me about Cancer? March 2020. All right. The Death card came up. And this is making a transformation. It's an ending of a cycle. And that ending always has to happen for a new beginning. Now this just represents Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. But it is you're moving into a different path. Your cycle ended and you're moving on. So actually, it's almost like, you went through this whole situation. The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. I don't know if that are people that are involved, or if just how you were feeling about it. But you definitely utilized the Hermit to show you your options and let you know you had options. And the Six of Swords to move away from the situation. But you were still feeling a little stressed about it. but you realized that you had options and you were juggling them, and the death card coming in and saying, okay, well, I'm going to step away, I'm going to transition, I'm going to change this. This isn't going to be my existence right now. So you definitely, you stepped away. You're like, all right, I'm done. So let's see what else we can find out. One more layer. Now I'll clarify whatever I need to, if I need to. All right. What else can you tell me about Cancer in March 2020? What goes on in this situation for Cancer? And time's pretty fluid, so I don't know if this is like, I don't know if you had, you were feeling it like this before this month or during. I mean, this could have been something that you went through before, not too far ago, but let's see where this would end up maybe. All right, you got the Eight of Pentacles. And this is working hard towards something. Now, Pentacles represent money sometimes, but it doesn't always have to. It's anything tangible, anything that, like material value, that you find in material value. So you're working towards something. And it could be this up and going away thing, or just getting out of that situation. All right, what else we got? Let's see what else we got. Oh, the Hierophant. Okay. All right, now this guy he has a very spiritual aspect to him. He's very official. He's very traditional and ritualistic, and things should be this, and this. Don't stray from that. He can represent marriage also. But he could also be this, like a counselor, healer, teacher, minister, somebody that you might go to to have somebody give you some advice or help you get, get through this situation a little bit more. So like I guess if you were going to go talk to your pastor. Oh, I'm sorry. Or a counselor or anything. Anybody that you would go to help you get over whatever it is you're trying to get over. Or look for advice from somebody. All right, we got the Hangman. All right, well, you're pausing about something. I'm sorry. Okay, it's almost like you're taking a minute. You need to look at something in a different perspective. Maybe after you did get some advice from somebody and you put in the work for what you were going to do to clear yourself of this. Now maybe you are getting more spiritual. Maybe you're like, instead of sitting in this grief, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do something different with it. Maybe I'm going to take my energy and I'm going to put it into things of a more spiritual nature. Maybe you're going to meditate, or you're going to do yoga. You're going to do something that makes you feel calm and just like a little lighter. and more, I don't want to say cleansed, but I don't know, but yeah, just maybe just to the clear out the grief or the feeling, the third wheel type of feeling, like feeling like you missed out on something or you lost it, and your stress level was high, and you just wanted to get clear of it, and that's what I think this you were working towards, and this could be your spiritual feelings and your changes perspective, or it could be somebody who you were talking with. Let's see what I can get another card. Let's see what else we got. All right, you got the world. The world came out upside down. Now this would normally be the completion of your cycle, but when it's upside down, it's not that the cycle's not going to complete, but it's not complete yet. It's like a slower moving end to your cycle, because you figured you had the death card and that was your transition, and the cycle was going to end, but it didn't, and it slowed down. And is it possible that it slowed down because you started working on this whole new route you're taking? So let me see if I can get some advice cards for you. All right, let me see, what kind of advice can I give Cancer for March 2020? Advice from Spirit. What can I tell? What can I tell Cancer for March 2020? Advice from Spirit. Okay, we got the Chariot. It's funny that popped up early, like just when I shuffled the first time. The Two of Swords, and one more, and the Hierophant again. All right. Let's see. All right, you got the Chariot. Now this is kind of two things. Well, a couple things. Okay, this keep moving on your path. All right. He's working hard to keep these horses on the straight and narrow, because if they had a choice, they would pull apart completely. But he's working really hard to keep things straight and keep everything going on the same path. So this could be you kind of like wanting to stay in your goal because you wanted to do something different now that you've done all this. You want to be somewhere else and do something different spiritually. In your mind, to get shed of whatever this was, and that's why I think you're trying to keep it straight with this Chariot. And he's working really hard, but he's doing it. Like, these horses are going to end up where they're supposed to be and how they're supposed to be there. And then I have the Two of Swords showing up, and this is her with her blindfold on, and she's got these two heavy swords, and she is trying to shut out any emotional feelings to this. She doesn't want to. She's trying to not see what goes on around her. And she actually wants to make decisions based on what's in her mind and not what she's seeing. And it's not going to be a really easy decision. It's more like a rock and a hard place. She's going to have to do it, even though she might be thinking to do something else. She's got to choose one or the other. And neither of them are going to be completely easy. Neither one of them is going to be easy. And like with the Chariot, one of the things about him is like, you might be saying something and then doing something else kind of thing. And I think she's involved with that too. Sort of like, all right, well, I know what path I could take. I know what path I should take. I'm not sure of which path I want to take. So it's not easy. And he's kind of like that too. He's like, oh, I said I was going to do this, but maybe I'll do that. In that sense. But then the Hierophant came up here again. And it's like, all right, well, no, you're going to stay on your spiritual path. You're going to stay on the path that you chose for yourself because you should. Now, again, this is you saying this to you. You want to do, you're trying to be a certain thing. You're trying to get to a certain goal in your life after whatever this heartbreak and grief was. You wanted to move on and do something that you felt was more fulfilling. And I think what will happen is that once you do that and you continue on that and you don't have the questions about, well, whether I should, well, I shouldn't, you're going to decide to, your cycle will complete because you'll feel better about the situation. Because right now, even though you recovered from it, you got far. But now you just need to stay on your path to make you still feel good about what's going on here. And not feeling like that third wheel. And not feeling like the grief coming out. And the stress from that. Because you wanted to make that transition, and you did. But you had to continue on that path to make that to make this complete. Make that cycle complete so you could start another one. Okay? Well, seems pretty interesting. And I think you got it. I mean, I don't, everybody has their ups and downs and stuff. And yeah, this hurt, something hurt, but I think you're going to pull through. I would love to hear from it though. Let me know. Give me a message. I'd love to hear from you. See how it's working out for you. I'm thinking about doing mid-month readings, so I'll probably check back in somewhere in the middle of March. But if you like the reading, can you give me a thumbs up, a share, subscribe? Like I said, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you guys enjoy your March. And I will check in with you in a couple weeks, all right? You take care now.